Attention, this is not a drill, we are at condition 10.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to make easy skyscrapers for your diorama in your Western C4 scale layout for your Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. I got a question quite a few times how I made these, and today is the video to show you how to make them in easy and not very expensive way to do it. So let's get started. So here's the stuff you're going to need to make these skyscrapers. Very simple: a pair of scissors, a hot glue gun with some stick, some realistic print of buildings that you will be able to find in their website. I will show you. And lastly, construction block. It doesn't matter the brand you're picking this through. You can pick the cheapest one you can find at your thrift shop store. Got these bags for around $5 each. There's about 100 blocks in these. As you can see, these are the bigger blocks. They are not the smallest one. But anyway, you can pick the one you want depending on the scale of your layout. For me, this size is going to be just perfect. And for the size of building I'm going to build, it will be doing the job. So for the textures, you're going to go on a website called textures.com. You will create a free account, and from this website you will download at your choice some varieties of textures for your building. I highly recommend you will print them on a full 8x11 page like this one, and you fill the page. As you can see here, the corner, all the texture is filling the entire page, not just a simple spot on the page. So this way, when you put the buildings and the textures together, they will match the best when you apply them, instead of just having a little spot you will fit and just print too many sheets. There's another variety for you guys. Another building, and of course print multiple pages, so if you make a mistake you have a backup just in case. Another one, another style here. And on the website you also have different size of pictures or files, so I highly recommend you also get the one with the highest pixel to get the maximum quality out of the picture. So this is the last one, and there we go. So now we're going to do is open these boxes, these bags, and we're going to assemble some buildings I will put on my layout. That is a shitload of construction block. Let me sort them out, and then we're gonna keep moving for the next part. Now, before you guys start building and rushing to do your buildings, I want to make sure that you understand something very simple and the basics of building these buildings. So when you start at the bottom, you want to make sure that you have a strong base to put all the blocks together. You want to avoid using these as a start, because if you start building the skyscraper using these, and you put these together, it's going to be, first of all, a problem to attach them, and secondly, if you leave the building, it will basically disintegrate from the bottom. So if you start the building, you want to make sure that you have a strong base. So I highly recommend you go with something like this, and then what you do is you take these, you attach them together on the top, but you also do the same thing on the bottom. So this way you will be sure that you have a strong base and it will not disintegrate when you build the buildings. So if you don't have these big long ones, you can just use these and make a nice little quad, just like these. Of course, I just want them to show you, but anyway, pretty much the same. And then when you have your strong base, now you can use these and put them together. And then on each layer that you do on these, you put a base like this to reinforce the structure of the building. Alright, so let's start building some buildings first. this tutorial, I just the same two colors, but really you don't have to do so. Anyway, the building will be covered with textures. But you can see now we have a very strong building, and it will last if you just lift it or move it to another spot. Now, depending on the building you want to do, you can let the base of the top flat, or if you have a huge lot like I have here, you can use some of these blocks here to make a round roof. So if you, for example, you want a building with the antenna or a flag or anything, you can use some of these to make a round top. One more, there we go. Then you can use some of these longer blocks that don't exactly are the same, and you can make an antenna. This one's a little bit ridiculous, so I'm gonna probably leave it as one. Just drop back. Could possibly leave it like this, and probably put another layer like this. Now we have a nice first tower. Okay, so now the buildings are ready to be textured with. You can see all we have are pretty strong bases. If you're not sure, you can always take them and measure them next to your other buildings. See if they are the right size for you needs. If they are too tall, you can always remove it, or if they are broken block, this one gonna have to be changed. And once you're ready, move on to the texture of the building. So for the building texture, I always do the same process. First of all, I'm doing the base, which is always white, simulates concrete, and then I also do the top pieces here white. And then what I do is I cut the texture, apply to the most easier part, which is the square part, and I finish off with the top with the antenna and all the extra props. So this video, I'm just gonna pause the camera. I'm gonna do the process. You will be able to see it full speed, and then we're gonna put these on the layout when it's done. Well, that's one done. Turned out not too bad. Do the other one now. Another one for the job. Another one. And there we go. This is the final product for all of these. As you can see, unfortunately for this one, I ran out of texture, so I have to complete the building using this one in spare. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the result of all of these. I think the best one is probably this one, along with this one. Now, they are done. Unfortunately, in my case, it's pretty full here. So what I'm gonna do probably is redo the downtown area, probably remove some building that aged not so well, and some of them are actually show sign of collapse, just like this one here. You can see the papers falling off, and other ones are just not so great. You can see the one with the radio sticker on it, and the other problem is a lot of buildings are just tie and just put right next to each other, and it doesn't look really realistic for a city with that much skyscrapers. I'm gonna need to put more space in between them and make it more realistic. So anyway, so this was the way to do skyscrapers and building for your city. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. And I believe this will be the thumbnail for the video.